They say that the unemployment rate is at 5%. Why is it I still can't find a job? Now, I've been looking for a job for the last 7 years, ever since I lost a civil service position in October of 2008. And I have not been able to find anything out here at all. And when you have a number like 5%, that number says that we have almost full employment and that anyone who wants a job can pretty much find a job. And that when you have that number also, that means that things are so bad that employers are desperately looking for people, especially people with college degrees and skill sets, that they're eager to go out and hire these people wherever they can find them, and that they are willing to offer top dollar for them. However, when I go outside to the job market, I don't see that at all. I don't see that type of situation. Now, I saw that back in 1999 and in 1998. We had that type of situation where people were willing to offer $40,000 and $50,000 a year to first-time college graduates. They were even willing to offer that money to high school graduates. But I don't see that here in 2015. I don't see that type of scenario. Instead, I still see employers being picky. I still see employers talking about things like looking for employed people before they hire someone. I still see, all sorts of people being finicky. I don't see the type of job market that was like it was back in 1999, 2000, when we had nearly full employment. I see a completely different job market. I see people still looking for work. I still see, like myself, I see job descriptions which are just, completely bizarre in their descriptions and in their qualifications. I don't see, a situation where the unemployment rate is supposed to be at 5%. A 5% unemployment rate, again, means that anyone who has a job is pretty much employed and they're looking to go up the ladder, and that employers are having a hard time filling positions, and that they're desperate for anyone who will go out here and apply for work. I don't see that at all. What's really behind these statistics is something that people don't see, is that the unemployment rate only counts the people who applied for unemployment, and they're counted for about 26 weeks. When their unemployment completely runs out, what happens is that person is no longer counted in the statistics. And there are 20 million people like myself out here who are not counted in the statistics. We fell off the unemployment rolls, and now no one wants to count us as unemployed. We're still looking for work, and we're still trying to make ends meet however we can, but according to the government statistics, we don't exist. And no one really wants to talk about that. I mean, I look at the big picture regarding America again. You're saying that there's a 5% unemployment rate and that there's almost full employment. But, you know, if this was the case, why are jobs and the economy still the number one issue in the political situation? I mean, for the 2016 election, before ISIL came out here and started acting a fool again, the number one issue was jobs and the economy. And I still believe that the issue in America still is jobs and the economy, because the economy is not strong. I mean, if you look at the economy, we have a lot of college graduates out here who are underemployed. They're working in fast food. They're working in Starbucks. Um, they are working wherever they can. They're not working in the professional jobs that they took majors for, and they're not working towards, middle class incomes. We look at the big picture of America. It's really messed up, because I look at the big picture regarding unemployment, and they're saying 5%. But if that was the case, again, you would not see college graduates like myself trying to apply for fast food jobs and working in fast food jobs. No, you would see college graduates like they were in 1999, working at dot coms or other businesses where they could apply their college degrees. You would see them in positions like that. You would see, people building a middle class. You would see people creating new and different kinds of jobs, but you don't see that. And when I look at unemployment in America, you say 5%, but I look at that number, and the statistics just aren't measuring up to what's going on out here. And when I look at the statistics, you say 5% full employment, but what are people being employed in? Fast food minimum wage jobs. You have people, picketing and protesting to get $15 an hour for a fast food job, and you have people fighting over fast food jobs. These are jobs that are, in many years ago, were considered, entry level stepping stone jobs that you did for 6 months to a year to get a little experience under your belt, and then when you found a better job someplace else, you moved on. And the same thing with retail. You would think people would be moving out of these jobs into, other office jobs or other business jobs, but we're not seeing that. Instead, we're seeing people staying in these jobs. We're seeing people struggling with these jobs. We're seeing college graduates who are making careers out of places like Starbucks and Whole Foods. When many years ago they would have moved on from those jobs within 6 months to a year, and some would have gotten their own businesses. Others would have moved on to other jobs and other corporate organizations, and that's how the economy would have grown. But I'm not seeing, that kind of growth. I look at the American economy and I see us, stalling because everything is on this service path and that Bill Clinton established, and the service sector really it does not help anything because you need manufacturing in order to, really build an economy. Because if things are being created here and then sold elsewhere, it's bringing revenue into the country and not taking it out. When you have service, everything just kind of stagnates because there's money. The money's just staying in one place instead of, moving around. I mean, when you have manufacturing, money comes into the country from products that are sold outside of it. But America really doesn't produce anything anymore. We don't have, you know, strong manufacturing like we used to, and that's eroding your middle class and eroding your economy overall. But they sit there and tell you that there's almost full employment, but there are people like myself and 20 million others who were, left the job market in 2008 when the last economic collapse, and many of us have not found jobs yet. And I've been looking for jobs, everywhere, and I've been applying everywhere. I even apply at places like your Targets, your supermarkets, your grocery stores. I have applied pretty much everywhere, and I pretty much cannot find anything still. But they'll sit there and say that there is still full employment out here. Um, I look at that and it just really frustrates me and annoys me because if there was full employment, again, guys like me would have no problem finding full time work, and we could just walk in anywhere, and people would just, you know, make job offers like they did in '99, 2000, where people were so desperate, you could just, you know, you could write your own ticket, especially if you had, internships and all that other stuff. You could just walk in anywhere, and people would be making you offers. But we're not. I'm not seeing that, in today's job market. Not seeing it at all. I'm seeing a completely different picture, but they're trying to sell it to people saying that the economy is doing well. But when I look at the economy overall and I see people, again, working fast food and, working two and three jobs just to make ends meet, I don't see the economy doing well. I see an economy that, is struggling, is stalling, and I see leadership that has no idea where direction they're going in. Because I look at the country and it's clearly on the wrong track. It's been on the wrong track for quite some time, and if you were creating jobs that would build that middle class, we would not have 5% unemployment and 20 million people still out of work. That would not be the case, and it wouldn't be the picture that I'm seeing right now. And this is the picture I'm seeing right now regarding unemployment in America. You would not have people asking for $15 minimum wage to work in a fast food restaurant. Those people would have moved on to the next level. They would have applied for new jobs to the next level, and they would have tried, to find new work on another level. Because eventually, with fast food, you get tired of it. It gets boring and monotonous, and you want to learn new skills. And that's what would have happened. But we're not seeing that. I'm looking at the big picture regarding the economy, and I'm looking at the statistics for this 5%, and I don't see, the type of growth that needs to be there regarding the job market. Because I shouldn't be looking for work in a 5%, job market. I should be employed in a full-time job right now, and that's what should be the case. If you have numbers this low, you should be looking for especially top quality candidates and ready to place them. But I don't see that, regarding the economy, and people need to take another look at their economy, because if this is the number one issue in an election, it's telling you that this is the problem. People don't have jobs, they don't have secure jobs, and that's going to hurt your overall economy long term. And nobody's really taking a really long, hard look at the picture, regarding jobs and the economy, because 5% should mean, you know, that anybody who wants a job can get one, and there should be no problem even for anyone to try to find one. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.